So, I mean, since it bothers me, I gotta just put some ATF in here anyway, you know, just to make sure it doesn't leak. Even though it's a super slow leak, I still want to fix it, you know. Anyway, here are some shout outs to 3 or 4 guys that bought my stickers this past few days. Thank you very much for the support. If you guys would like to buy a sticker and help support the channel, please just go to eBay, right? And go into their search area and just type in Mowers Blowers sticker. You'll find 2 of my stickers, the rounded edged one and the OG one, the original gangster one, the jagged edged one, the old school one. I sell them for $3.99 each, free shipping, right? I just put a stamp and on an envelope and I send it to you. They're pretty expensive because they're die cut and they're weatherproof. So I make about $1.25 per, and that's a way for you guys to help me contribute to the channel. You know, I appreciate it very much. Also, thanks to Dwight Green from Akron, Ohio, who every time he fixes his machine, he puts one of my stickers on there. So he bought a bunch the other day. I really appreciate it, Dwight. Thank you very much. That helps get the name out there too, you know. And there's a picture at the end of the thank you. Watch this while I take this wheel off. I'm going to take the valve out. Not that any air is going to come out, I don't think. But anyhow. Oh, by the way, this is day 17 of my quarantine. I guess it's not called self-isolation. Self-isolation is if you have symptoms and you think you might have it, then you self-isolate. When you're quarantined, you're just staying away from people. I saw a friend of mine, Andy from Jericho, you know, my buddy that I go on vacation with, and we also bought him a Super Bronco, whatever. Anyway, that guy, he sent me this long video yesterday, and this valve is not coming off, man. He sent me a long video, and he says, this is very important for you to watch. And I didn't watch it until I had some downtime yesterday. This valve is stuck in here. Anyway, it was a pulmonary doctor who works on people's lung problems on a regular basis, right? But then now all he's working on is COVID-19 cases, right? So that guy is like with the sickest people every day, you know what I mean? And so, you know what he was telling me? Well, he wasn't telling me, but he was telling everybody in his 1 hour long video, right? That there's just a few things you need to do to ensure that you don't get it. And it's so simple, okay? He says that when people wear masks, right? People like us, not medical professionals, just regular people wearing masks. That really, I mean, it does prevent it, but that's not the reason why you're supposed to wear them. And the reason why they tell us that we don't have to wear N95 masks, right, is because N95 masks are basically for guys like him who are like intubating people, and they're like, their face is right there with that COVID-19 patient, and when they're administering the test, the patient coughs and coughs, and all this, the droplets of your saliva, whatever, can get into your face, whatever, right? And that's why they have face shields and stuff. But he says that when people like us who wear masks, you can just wear a scarf or a handkerchief, whatever, that's not really doing anything. But all that's doing is it's training us to, here it is, don't touch your face. That's the whole deal, is that they don't want you to touch your face. Because let's say you go and open a doorknob, right? And then you touch your face, your eyes, your nose, or your mouth, right? If that doorknob was dirty and infected with somebody who had COVID-19, guess what? When you touch your eye, your nose, and your mouth, or your face, you just got it. That's how you get it, okay? There's only like a 0.01% chance that if somebody sneezes who has it, it's in the air, and you walk by and you breathe in some of that, that's that 0.01% chance that you'll get it. So if you stay 6 feet away from somebody and don't touch anybody, you won't get it. However, if somebody touches something like a railing of a stairs or something like that who has it, and now you just touched it with your bare hands, and then later on, like a minute or two later, you'll go scratch your nose, you got it. That's it. You just got it. So the key is, if you don't want to get it, don't touch anybody, stay away for 6 feet, right? Don't touch your face. And if you have to touch your face, Purell your hands and wash your hands before you touch your face. That's how, if everybody in America knew that, right, this would go away. Guaranteed. And look, I'm guilty of that stuff because A, I don't really wash my hands all that often. My wife gets on my case all the time. Did you wash your hands? You know, she doesn't really talk like that, but it's much more interesting when I mimic that. I'm guilty of that myself, okay? And if you can't wash your hands, carry some hand sanitizer, Purell. And every time you touch anything, Purell. At least do it before you touch your face. But as long as you don't touch your face, you should be all right. So, Dr. Henry just told you how to avoid COVID-19. And what I'd like to know is, what the hell happened to COVID 1 through 18? Why don't you just take the cure, the vaccines, from COVID 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 18, put them all together into a mix, and inject somebody that's critical with it, and see if it works?
Henry, there's no such thing as COVID 1 through 18.
I says, how do you know?
COVID-19 is because it happened in 2019.
That's it, really? Oh. My alter ego is smarter than the average bear. All right, I just used up all this ATF in here. So, I hope that's a lesson to you fellas. And for y'all that are living in like middle America and you don't have any cases, right? It's coming, baby. All you need is somebody to go over there with it, and you're Dunsky. Use Purell. Don't touch anybody. Stay away 6 feet. And for God's sakes, don't touch your face. Dr. Henry has spoken. So I hope that helps you guys out on learning a little bit more about it. That's pretty good. Not that I'm a doctor, but I have seen every episode of House. So that kind of makes me an expert.